to McGuire and Hester, the team behind the transformation of Raimondi Park. Thanks for building a home we're proud to play. Built by Oakland, for Oakland. Celebrating over 83 years in the Bay, Rubenstein Supply Company is your proven leading wholesaler, serving the plumbing industry and do-it-yourself consumers. We have 5 branches in Northern California to serve you, each with a complete stock of plumbing, heating, and sheet metal supplies. Visit us online at RubensteinSupply.com or come and visit our location in West Oakland at 2800 San Pablo Avenue, at the corner of 28th Street and San Pablo Avenue, and see how we can help you.
How much time? Just get ready to rock and roll. Unlimited from just $10 a month. They use 3 5G networks and no price increases.
Sonic Fiber Internet, Bay Area local and the official internet provider of the Oakland Ballers. Fast speeds, worry-free Wi-Fi, and helpful support. Built different, built for this community. Check them out at sonic.com/ballers. From the town, for the town. Mercado and Sacramento auto accident attorneys are just down the street from the ball and always in your corner. If you get hard, big payouts, fast results, and that county fitness bike that keeps insurance companies shook. Real talk, real results, real Oakland. Merc Sac don't play, we get you paid.
Hey, Ballers family, I'm Dan Silver of Dan Silver Homes and Rental Realty. I'm an East Bay native who has lived with Oakland for over half my life. I love this town, and the Ballers have made me believe in baseball. When I'm not cheering on the Bees, you can find me visiting my favorite Oakland landmarks. Coffee for Red Day, movies at the Grand Lake Theater.
Welcome back to Raimondi Park, opening day 2026. So glad to be back with you in West Oakland. It's the Oakland Ballers, their first game as reigning Pioneer League champions. And in the house for the first time ever are the Missoula Paddleheads, their first opponent of 2026.
The Oakland Ballers would also like to thank Royal Ambulance, our official medical provider. And the Oakland Ballers would like to shout out Family Laundry for taking care of all of the laundry needs.
Hey guys, we're on TV. Tyler Peterson, Gareth Kwok inside the booth. Our new streaming setup. This is Ballers TV, a collaboration between HTN, the Home Team Network, and us, the Oakland Ballers. We are live on YouTube. We are live on HTN. Our presenting sponsor tonight, making this possible, is LJ Cruz Plumbing. We thank them very much for their sponsorship. It's so good to be so great to be back with you. It's been a long off season. It's been a long month. Gareth, the new face in the broadcast booth.
Yes.
You've gotten to know Gareth a little bit already through the podcasting world, through some of the little get-to-know-you stuff we've done. But first game, I imagine this is going to be extremely exciting for me. It must be exciting for you.
Absolutely. I mean, just to see it all come to fruition, and the fans are starting to file in. The anticipation has been just brewing this entire offseason, and now to finally see the product on the field, Tyler, and certainly there are going to be some high expectations for this team, but Oakland is definitely capable of those expectations.
Well, the expectations will be high, and if there wasn't a target on their back already from last season, there certainly will be one now. 2 new teams in California with the Modesto Roadsters and the Long Beach Coast. They'll be coming after the Ballers, as well as a new travel team with the Red Pocket Mobiles. You've gotten to know these guys just a little bit through the spring training week. What have you seen so far from a baseball perspective?
Yeah, I think on paper this lineup is going to be dangerous. You have key returners coming back, Tremaine Cobb Jr. at shortstop, Nick Leahy as well, and just some other contributors and newcomers that might be able to help out, Jeter Ibarra as well. So I think this team has certainly lots of weapons. I think pitching-wise it'll be interesting to see how they shape up. Only a handful of returners, 2 returners on the staff, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Well, don't go anywhere. We have a big pregame festival coming up next. I'm going to run down the field. I'll leave you with Gareth for the next segment. Ballers Baseball coming up next. Do not go anywhere.
Please help us keep this ballpark a family-fun environment. We would like each and every community to be a pleasant one. You treat your fellow fans with respect and courtesy so we may all enjoy ball and championship baseball. And finally, fans assume all risk engagement incidentals in today's event, including before, during, and after the game. This includes but is not limited to danger being injured by throwing bats or balls. Fans also waive any right to enter the Pioneer League and the club, players, and Raimondi Park for any accidental or personal injury or loss or damage to property. And please don't lean on the railings. If you're parking on Willow Street, they will ticket after 6 p.m., so we recommend parking in the Kurt Flood lot. And please remember, the parking lot closes 30 minutes after the game. So move your car if you plan on hitting Prescott Market post-game. Thank you for attending tonight's home opener.
Hello, Ballers fans. Aaron Miles, Oakland Ballers fans. Welcome to Raimondi Park.
We're excited to try and bring another championship back to Oakland. Sit back, relax, grab a ice cold Innings. We're about to put on the show. Get beer, make some home runs.
Same set distraction. Prepare to get loud. We're about to bring another championship back to Oakland.
Hope to bring another championship for Raimondi this year.
Get ready for some Oakland Ballers baseball. We're about to run it back.
Now do it for the town, one corner. Here go, here go.
Ballers fans, welcome back to Raimondi Park. I'm your host, Aubrey Halford. Last season was one for the books, literally the history books. And the title defense starts tonight. Let's show those paddleheads what Oakland is all about. Let's use those rally towels all night long. Let's stay loud, and more importantly, let's go Oakland! I'm Mark Ceremony, first pitch, and I am so glad to be joined by Ballers owner and the artist behind the Ballers Ballad. He performed all 3 games.
Welcome back, everyone, to Raimondi Park in West Oakland. We're just a few minutes away from first pitch of tonight's home opener and season opener for your Oakland Ballers. Let's take a look at our pitching matchup for tonight. It's our 2 pitchers brewing pitching matchup of the day for Oakland. It's none other than their ace for this season. It's the 24-year-old Gabe Tanner who will make the opening night start for Aaron Miles and Jim Diedrich. The Danville native was excellent in the postseason, and he went undefeated, a 9-0 record with a 3.26 ERA in 77 1/3 innings. He'll go against Brendan Beard for Missoula. Beard is one of their returners, and he's coming off a season where he struck out 96 batters in 91 2/3 innings. It's Tanner and Beard. Those two will take the bump for their respective teams tonight, but when we come back, we'll have pregame intros, lineups, all that and more right here on Ballers TV.
It was the first Native American to be inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1953.
We're going to teach you the We Love You Oakland chant that we do after every single time the ball is scored. It goes like this. And I'm not just saying that. We went to the championship in Idaho. We lost both games. We lost them both. We came back facing elimination. We arrived in Oakland. We won all 3 games and got to the championship. We did it because we have you. We have you on our side. You are back and you are ready to defend this thing. So let's get ready for opening day. Let's make some noise and let's be loud. Let's go, Oakland! What do you do when those teams turn
Ballers brought the championship culture back.
Back here at Raimondi Park, just a couple moments away from first pitch here in West Oakland. It's the Ballers and the Missoula Paddleheads, two of the best teams from a year ago, facing off in a 3-game series as part of a 12-game homestand for the Ballers. They'll have 3 here against Missoula, 6 against Long Beach, which is one of the new expansion teams for this year, and then 3 against another one of the new teams, the Red Pocket Mobiles, who are going on the road for all 96 of their games this season. Ballers hoping to remain unbeaten in season openers in franchise history. This will be their 2nd straight home opening win. Let's now send it down to the field for our pregame intros and lineups.
Please welcome our assistant general manager
And play-by-play broadcaster, Tyler Peterson.
Welcome back to Raimondi, everyone. Let's get this thing started. For the first time in Oakland, the Missoula Paddleheads will play ball at Raimondi Park. The 2021 Pioneer League champions against the 2025 Pioneer League champions. Gentlemen and ladies, here are the 2026 Missoula Paddleheads. First, the staff. Athletic trainer, Jody Smith. Athletic trainer, Katie Spikulis. Assistant coach, Easton Barnes. And bench coach, David Peterson. All the way to third base. Now the reserves. Number 4, Jose Balista. Number 7, Tyler Collins. Number 9, Ryan Wentz. Number 11, Grant Garza. Number 12, Jeremy Piakevich. Number 16, Luke Weschler. Number 17, Parker McMahon. Number 18, Dylan Cheeley. Number 21, Jaron Jackson. Number 22, Jaden Bishop. Number 26, Mark Timmons. Number 27, Jimmy Costin. Number 32, Reese Fields. Number 33, Rolando Gutierrez. Number 38, Thomas Reisinger. And number 41, Matthew Taubensee. And now the starting lineup for the Missoula Paddleheads. The Paddleheads are led by manager Michael Schlatt. Leading off, number 1, the center fielder Michael Kazuski. Batting second, the catcher, number 13, Nick Klemp. Batting third, the shortstop, number 8, Will Bermudez. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 55, Tyler Stone. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 6, Xavier Casarilla. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 3, Enzo Apodaca. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 19, Leighton Berry. Batting eighth, the DH, number 25, Joskar Feliciano. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Tai Yukamoto. Warming up for the Paddleheads in their bullpen is number 3, the starting pitcher, Brendan Beard. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 Missoula Paddleheads. This game is on HTN and YouTube. This is on Ballers TV. We'd like to thank our sponsor, LJ Cruz. Back to you, Mark.
Oakland, the champs are here. Make some noise! Direct your attention to right field, where co-founders Brian Carmel and Paul Freeman are unveiling the championship pennant. All right, Ballers fans, they tried to take baseball out of Oakland, but one thing they didn't count on, you can never
take a baller out the bay. Isn't that right, J. Walt?
That's right, that's right. Ballers fans, make some noise one time. Come on, yeah, let's run this thing back. Let's do this thing. Let's get it, let's get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ballers fans, make some noise one more time. How about over here? Y'all make some noise on this side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I say? Never take a baller at the bay. They gon' leave, but the bees, we gon' stay. Game time when I step into the plate. Home run out the park, that's the play. Come on. Never take a baller out the bay. They gon' leave, but the bees, we gon' stay. Game time when I step up to the plate. Home run out of park, it's a new era coming straight up for the town. Raimondi Park where the fans getting loud. Drifting out green and I go where proud. Did it for the soil, let me tell you we about it. Real unity, do it for community. Blocks to the bleachers come together, do it fluidly. Real time business, everything we do is truthfully scrappy. But we always meet the opportunity. Cause the ballers gon' get it when it's game time. Every pitch, every swing, we coming to shine. Never take a baller out the bay. They gon' leave, but the bees, we gon' stay. Game time when I step up to the plate. Home run out of park, that's the play, come on. Never take a baller out the bay. They gon' leave, but the bees, we gon' stay. Game time when I step up to the plate. Home run out of park, that's the... Oakland, make some noise one more time. Let's go ballers, baby, let's get this win. Yee!
It's now time to introduce your 2025 Pioneer Baseball League champion, Oakland Ballers! First, the staff. Athletic trainer, Matthew McElroy. Clubhouse manager, Curtis Tunson. Assistant clubhouse manager, Sarah Landauer. Bullpen catcher, Jacob Connery. Assistant coach, James Harris. Down in the bullpen, pitching coach, Jim Diedrich. And now the reserves. Number 6, Jaden Shepard. Number 10, Nick Poss. Number 13, Langston Burkett. Number 17, Jacoby Long. Number 20, Blake Barker. Number 22, Charlie Hurley. Number 26, Alex Cisneros. Number 29, Justin Trimble. Number 30, David Clark. Number 31, Aiden Rissy. Number 32, Liam Rocha. Number 33, Braden Nelson. Welcome back, Nelly. Number 34, CJ Flowers. Number 35, Nick Bautista. And number 39, Jake Turk. And now the starting lineup. The Ballers are led by manager Aaron Miles. Batting leadoff and playing left field, number 8, Damian Stone. Batting second, shortstop, number 3, Tremaine Cobb. Batting third, playing right field, number 9, Isai Santos. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 16, Jeter Ibarra. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 27, Noah Blythe. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 18, Jaden Kalora. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 15, Jake Allgaier. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 23, Nick Leahy. And batting ninth, playing center field, number 19, TJ McKenzie. And pitching, making the stroll in from right field bullpen, number 56, Gabe Tanner. Before we start today's game, we acknowledge that the land where the Oakland Ballers work, train, and play sits on the unceded ancestral homeland of the Ohlone in the territory of Huichin, encompassing regions throughout the greater East Bay area. We recognize that we benefit from living and working on their traditional homeland, and we affirm their sovereign rights as First Peoples. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please rise if able and remove your caps. Presenting the flag for today's game, returning from last year, military veteran Nick DeVries. Folks, as we get ready to do the national anthem, just want to thank you all for coming back out and supporting us over the last 2 years. It's been an incredible run. It's been an honor to be here, and we are so thrilled to see all the support from the local folks and to show people what Oakland and the town is all about.
Who's ready to defend that title? Oakland showed up in the championship series down 0-2, winning 3 games at home because of you. All night long, all season long, I want you guys showing up to Raimondi Park, giving the Ballers, giving Oakland exactly what it deserves, and that is a championship team. Back to you, Mark.
It's time for the national anthem, performed by the incredibly talented Yesenia Martinez, who is our good luck charm. She sang the national anthem at last year's clinching Game 5.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pioneer League Baseball in 2026. Yesenia is our good luck charm. She was in that clinching Game 5. And for many others, I think Yesenia might be something like 6-0 from last year, so we got to keep that up. Tyler Peterson and Gareth Kwok with you, and we are just about ready to get going. So first, let's give you the lineup for the visiting Missoula Paddleheads.
And leading off for Missoula is their center fielder, Mike Kazuski. Nick Klemp, one of their returners, will catch and bat second. Will Bermudez, the former UC Irvine anteater, will hit third and play shortstop. Hitting fourth is Tyler Stone, the former Nebraska Cornhusker. He's at first base. Xavier Casarilla hits fifth, is at third. Enzo Apodaca, the former Baylor Bear, is in right, batting sixth. Lane Berry, another returner from Missoula, hits seventh. He's in left field. Joscar Feliciano DHs and hits eighth. And batting ninth for the Paddleheads is the former Gonzaga Bulldog, Ty Yukamoto, and he is at second.
As I said before, the Paddleheads have never played a game here at Raimondi. They did make a trip up to Yuba last season, so they have played in California. Interestingly enough, for all the teams that the Ballers have played, even for the teams they haven't, the ones who they have 0-0 records against, Missoula is the only team that the Ballers have a losing record, albeit a 3-game series when they lost 2 out of 3 games. And a ball hit late in the 9th inning of one of those contests to tie it up. Ballers had 2 outs, 2 strikes, would have had what at the time would have been a pretty big tiebreaker for that first half championship. Gareth, what are our keys to the game today before we get started?
Well, I think you got to set the tone for today, and it's sponsored by Caltrans, our keys to the game, and that starts with your ace, Gabe Tanner, who was someone that kind of came in the middle of the season last year and really came into his own in the rotation for Oakland. And so to have him as your starter, I think give you some quality innings, give you some shutdown innings, I think is paramount. I think the other key to the game, Tyler, putting pressure on the base paths. Missoula last year, one of the worst teams in terms of protecting their pitchers and controlling the base paths. They were last in terms of catching runners trying to steal. Of course, it's a different catching department. Klemp, the one returner from behind in the backstop, but if you get on base, put some pressure, see how these catchers do early in the season, test their arms, and try to put some pressure on this Missoula squad.
Well, there is Gabe Tanner, number 56 on the mound, the 25-year-old from Danville, California, re-signed with Oakland in the offseason, and there was a question of the 2 aces in 2025, Noah Milliken or Gabe Tanner. There is an undisputed ace this year. It is Gabe Tanner, who went 9-0 in 17 games last year, did not lose a game in the regular season, and then went 2-0 in the playoffs. So he has known nothing but victory in his Pioneer League career. Can he start 2026 the same way the Ballers started both 2024 and 2025 with wins on opening day?
That's right. And I think if you were to ask Aaron Miles about choosing your opening day starter, I think no question Gabe Tanner's that guy that he would want to have in this type of situation. They called him Big Game Gabe from last year because he could pitch in some big-time games and thrive in those big-time games, and certainly in the playoffs from last year, and I'm sure opening day here. Maybe a little bit of butterflies, but he'll calm down within just a few pitches.
Let's get a look at the Ballers defense. You heard them running out to their positions in their lineup. It'll be a different catching core for the first time ever. Tyler Lozano will not be one of the catchers behind the plate. A couple familiar names out in the field as well. We are expecting a sellout, and there is some new seats as well. Right behind home plate, you'll see some folks sitting field side, our new field club section, which is about a premium seat you can find in the Pioneer League. It's right up on the action. Here we go, the first pitch of 2026. It's outside for ball 1. The 6:38 first pitch. Michael Kazuski, 24 years old from Kansas, making his pro debut this year as a member of the Paddleheads. We welcome in our Missoula audience. We know a lot of you might also be listening to Jeff Safford on the road audio broadcast of this Ballers TV production. But if you are tuned in to myself and Gareth, we welcome you from Montana. I know that some of the Paddlehead dignitaries are in the house. Their owner, Peter Davis, is sitting right in front of us at those field side seats. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. Now, Gabe Tanner, he's not going to overpower you, Gareth, but he is certainly going to try to fool you.
Yeah, he's got a deep pitch mix, Tyler. 7 pitches in his arsenal: a 4-seamer, sinker, changeup, slider, curveball, cutter, and splitter.
This 2-2 is hit down the line. This might work for the first hit of the season for the Paddleheads. It's into the corner. It's a softly hit double. And, oh, Damian Stone. Is he caught? Is his cleat caught? He might have just got a little caught up there. Down that left field line, there is chain link fence, and he might have just got his cleat a little caught there. A runner at second to begin this ballgame.
Well, no question there's going to be extra bases, Tyler, but luckily Kazuski didn't take an extra bag, because you're right, Stone kind of got his spike, it looked like, stuck in maybe that chain link there in the corner. And so if Kazuski was more aggressive, he probably could have taken third.
Here's Nick Klemp, the second-year Paddlehead, a catcher. A line drive to left field, that's a base hit. Stone will lightly charge this. Not going anywhere past third is Kazuski. 2 hits big in this ballgame, runners at the corners. Certainly not waiting around, trying to see something up and early, and I think Klemp got one there.
Yeah, he got something middle away. Was obviously looking for that sinker over the heart of the plate. Both balls have been hard contact.
Now Will Bermudez, the shortstop. .510, 185 from Whittier, California in SoCal. Product of UC Irvine. Two and up. No more tickets were being sold for this game just hours before first pitch. Everything was bought up. We're expecting a sellout of 4,135. We'll wait for the official announcement, though. 2-1. A pitcher's strike there, I think.
Got a chance to walk the corner just before doors open, and my goodness, it's snaked around that corner.
All the way back to Wood Street.
That's right.
Here's Tanner's 2-1. Now 3-1.
I think we even had fans showing up at 2 hours before, just getting their seats and getting their, I should say, their positioning ready. First come, first serve.
Now, you might notice that these jerseys for Oakland look a little bit different. That's because they are. It's ball 4. Bases loaded, no outs, quite a way to start this first inning. But the Ballers are sporting new championship gold jerseys. And it's the gold lettering of Oakland and the gold numbering on the back of the jersey as well. The familiar cream tops. Well, a problem for Tanner to begin this game. Tyler Stone with the bases loaded and nobody out. 1-0.
And get that sinker ball, get Stone to roll over. I think Gabe will gladly take the 2 outs for a run here.
Back into the windup against the lefty Stone. There's a strike. Jake Allgaier, who patrolled third base for many a game down that second half stretch, he's pulled in. He may come home if he gets a ball. Well, now Tanner's got to find the zone down 2-1. Looking for that ground ball to help maybe limit the damage here. That's a high deep drive, and thank goodness that is foul. Because that went 411 feet.
110 miles an hour off the bat. I mean, that's big league exit velo, Tyler.
So I think do not throw him that again is maybe what you do here. And that's a nice take on the curveball from Stone.
Not like that pitch. See if he can get the big fella to roll it over. But now 3-2. Gonna have to challenge him again.
Well, he's at 16 pitches and without it out yet. The payoff on its way. High chopper. 1 out at second. Cobb's throw is in time. A ground ball that looked like it got to Leahy in slow motion, but they were still able to turn the 4-6-3 double play. A run does score. It is 1-0 Paddleheads, but that is exactly what Tanner was looking for. Xavier Casarilla takes a strike on the inside corner.
And when you got a sinker baller like Gabe Tanner, you rely on that. Get that tailor-made double play.
0-2 to Casarilla. If that name sounds familiar at all, it's because we saw Casarilla last year as a member of the Glacier Range Riders. 0-2. From bases loaded, no outs, to runner at third, 2 outs. And now Tanner just a strike away from having an inning he can feel okay about. That's out of play again. He won't be happy, that's for sure. But I think considering the circumstances he found himself in, he may be all right when he enters the second, if he can get Casarilla. Big curveball, nice block by Jaden Kalura. Again, it'll be interesting this year. No Tyler Lozano behind home plate, no Dylan Tatum. And Tyler Lozano had caught more innings than any other member of the Ballers in 2024 or 2025. Kalura and Poss are the tandem this year. Breaking ball, just a touch inside. Now the count even at 2. It's going to be a rather high-stress inning for Gabe, who is a pitch-to-contact type of pitcher.
This will be pitch number 24 of the inning.
There's his 3-2 with 2 outs. Casarilla takes strike 3, called at the top of the zone. It could have been much worse. The Ballers only trail 1-0 as they bat for the first time in 2026 on the other side.
All right, Ballers fans, let me reintroduce to you the best mascot in all of sports. It's currently the present
Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on Ballers TV. It's the bottom of the first. The lineup for the Oakland Ballers is as follows.
And leading off for Oakland and for Aaron Miles is Damian Stone, the Fremont native, formerly with Ogden. Tremaine Cobb Jr. back at short. He's hitting second. Isai Santos hits third. He's in right. Jeter Ibarra, Noah Blythe, who was just signed yesterday. He will hit 50H. Jaden Clora, the catcher, hit 6th. Jake Allgaier hit 7th. He's at third base, followed by Nick Leahy and TJ McKenzie for the defending champs.
Face off against the right-hander Brendan Beard, who was one of the better pitchers in the Pioneer League last year. First pitch fired in at 89 for ball 1. Damian Stone, one of the best hitters on Ogden's team last year, sort of nickeled and dimed the Ballers to death, especially in that opening series and a little bit in that playoffs. Fremont guy, you want to have him on your side. 1-1 now. Ballers were able to acquire Stone in the offseason after his option was declined in Ogden. That's outside. 2-1.
13 hits in 9 games versus the Ballers when he was a member of the Raptors.
That's called a good nugget right there. It's a sign of a good Cronkite broadcaster. The 2-1 is a ground ball to first. And Stone will put out Stone. Here's the defense for Ogden. We're going to see Barry in left, Kazuski in center, Nakajaka in right, Cassaway at third, Bermudez at short, Yukimoto at second, Stone at first, and Clem is doing the catching. Here is a man that did an awful lot of leading off last year for Oakland. Here, batting second against the righty Beard. It's Tremaine Cobb. Some new rules this year with the challenge system. It'll be just like Major League Baseball's. So if you have not been watching, you get 2 challenges. And as long as you get them correct, you can keep getting challenges. But if you get them wrong, that's it. 2 and done. It's 0-2 to Cobb, picking on that outside corner. That is a major emergency hack by Trey there.
I'm curious what the strategy is for a lot of these hitters in this league. I mean, so far we're seeing it in the bigs right now. There's really no rhyme or reason. Guys, if they feel like it was a ball or a strike early in the game, they're going to use that challenge.
That's strike 3 called to Cobb. 2 quick outs for Beard here in the first. 1-0 Missoula after the non-RBI double play ground out brought in a run. Here's Isai Santos, who gets a huge ovation from this Ballers crowd. One of the fan favorites last year was the 26th man. Put together quite a season, led the team in walks, had an excellent eye, and even had a couple multi-home run games. 1-0 the count. Grounded foul.
Yeah, having him back in the middle of the lineup for Aaron Miles, just such a valuable weapon, not only from an offensive perspective, but somebody who can play almost every position out on the field.
In right field today, where we saw him quite a bit last year. Isai, ground ball, the second baseman will make a very nice play. That's Yukimoto. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning, and we head to the second, 1-0 Missoula. Welcome back to Ballers TV. We've got baseballs to throw, folks, and we're going to throw them out for the... Are we throwing them out, Mark? Can we throw these out? All right. Heads up if you want a baseball. It's the Bart's car toss. I heard it right here.
I'm trying to spread the wealth here. Make sure everybody eats. There you go. Come on. Oh, he's in a Twins jersey. That's all right.
That's the Bart car toss, which we started last year, and get to continue. Top of inning 2. 1-0 Missoula leads. Tyler Peterson and Gareth Kwok with you. Thank you for joining us today on Ballers TV, which is on YouTube today and sponsored by our good friends at LJ Cruz, who are making this broadcast possible today. 2-0. This is Enzo Apodaca, who Paddleheads acquired from the New York Boulders in the offseason. Was a teammate of Ballers starter Aiden Rissy, who both played for the Boulders last season. There's a strike. We've got a ton of really fun promos, which starts with Ring Night tomorrow, honoring members of our 2025 championship team, including the man on the mound, Gabe Tanner. The giveaway of 750 ring chains. Bling chains, I'm told, by Ballers co-founder Paul Friedman. Staying alive is Apodaca.
I see you repping your bling.
I do have it here.
Is your name on it?
It's got the last name and it's got it spelled correctly, which is hard to do these days since my badge does not have my name spelled correctly. 3-2 pitch just inside, and Kalura is going to challenge. It's a confirmed ball. So Oakland loses its first challenge and has only one left, and Apodaca takes the walk. Was a close pitch, but not close enough.
Well, and I can understand it from Jaden Kalura's standpoint, because Gabe Tanner threw 24 pitches in that first inning. He's trying to make sure his guy gets through this second efficiently, but looks like Tanner's going to have to work out of the stretch again.
Decent lead at first for Apodaca. That's a pretty decent swing by Barry. Kalura actually caught that on the fly.
I saw that.
Off of the screen, anyway, off the fly. A really beautiful night in Oakland. I neglected your first pitch temperature, but call it a slightly balmy 74 degrees. That's high and away. Your umpires for tonight, a familiar name behind the plate calling balls and strikes, that's Ricardo Rodriguez. Ruben Candelario at first, and at third, but currently at second, is Robert Headley. They're pinched up the middle. This one's hit to first. Ibarra steps on the bag, and the tag is applied in time. 2 innings, 2 double plays, 2 away.
I mean, that's Gabe Tanner's bread and butter right there, Tyler. Getting ground balls, getting double plays. Ibarra nicely fielded, spun, and a calm toss to second.
That's not an easy play for a first baseman who has to decide, hey, lead runner. It's almost always lead runner. When you're that close to the bag, if you step on it, you got to make a good throw to first, and you got to make sure your shortstop is aware of the situation. Here is Juscar Feliciano, who we saw last year as a member of the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Today's designated hitter. Chopped back to the screen. It's a quick 0-2. We appreciate you joining us on Ballers TV today, whether you're watching on our new Home Team Network site or on our YouTube site. The front hand of Feliciano comes off the bat on that foul pitch. And it got a decent piece of Kalura on the way. We'll get to know these ballers as the games go along, and as it is every year, a lot of different names. Just 2 familiar names from that current pitching staff. That's Gabe Tanner and Braden Nelson. Everyone else, a new face, a new name, but something that was sort of a switch from last offseason's transition was much more of the hitting core came back. Cobb, Allgaier, Leahy, McKenzie, Santos. That is a mistake 0-2 pitch, a curveball that did not curve, and Feliciano is on base.
But I think if you're going to have a returner on your staff, I mean, a guy like Gabe Tanner is the guy you want to have.
Have it be an ace and a closer?
Yeah. I mean, those are two spots you can just kind of fill and forget.
Here is Tai Yukamoto, who was playing his college ball at Gonzaga University before joining this Paddlehead squad. It's up there in Spokane, not too far away at all. Native of Hawaii. This is down the left field line. Pretty deep, Stone into the corner. He will make the catch. The inning is over. The Ballers trail 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second on Ballers TV.
One 1-0 Missoula, as Oakland Ballers Baseball is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers, who's been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com.
Make a smart decision today. Wise words, Garrett.
Yes.
Jeter Ibarra, Noah Blythe, Jaden Kalura, your 4, 5, 6 hitters for Oakland in the second. Tyler Peterson and Gareth Kwok with you. The batter is Jeter Ibarra, a San Jose native. Played ball at Washington, played ball at Michigan. Got a taste of pro ball with the Brockton Rocks of the Frontier League last year and signed by Oakland this offseason. You'll see him a lot at first base. I would not say to anyone expect him to be like Christian Almanza, because that's hard to do, but he is taking over for that role. Almanza starting a new chapter in Cleburne, off to a hot start as well. He's had a couple of homers already, but we're happy to see Jeter in that box. 2-1. Stone on one hop. One away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number
Next man up is a late addition to the roster in spring training, only signed with the Ballers a couple of days before our home opener. This is Noah Blythe. He's a draft-eligible player from Santa Clarita, California. Was playing ball at the University of Nevada. He was the Pac-West Player of the Year in 2025 with Hawaii Pacific. And started the year with Nevada, and there was something along his NCAA eligibility where he was granted a waiver for an extra year and then wasn't and had to stop playing. So we're happy to have Noah here, and we hope to see his name called in the draft coming up next month. His first pro at bat, and it's a 1-1 count. 6'1", 210. 23 years old. 1-1 breaking ball, too low that time. Good breaking ball so far from Beard.
Yeah, he does have a sharp breaker. Standing on that first base side of the mound. He's a big, tall fella. 6'6".
The firemen have arrived. Waving that Bees flag down the left field line. But they will not stop. They'll just be on their merry way. They may come around again. A hitter's count 3-1 to Blythe. And that is ball 4. The first base runner for Oakland in 2026 is a 1-out walk in the second.
Now batting the catcher, number 18,
Jaden Kalura, another first-year baller, another 23-year-old from Hammond, Louisiana. Played college baseball at Nichols State and is a catcher with really good ball-to-bat skills. If you were with us for our San Jose game exhibition against the San Jose Giants, he had a double in that contest. Had a nice spring training and gets to start on opening day, the lefty against the righty Beard. Accidental foul ball, a ball that I think would have been in the zone anyway.
Yeah, the very strong MLB Draft League campaign too last year. 336 batter. Ended the year on the 21-game hit streak, as you were just mentioning about those bat-to-ball skills.
It's the program record for hits at Nichols State as well. Does he go? No, says the umpire at second, and it's 2-1. Kalura line drive off the glove of the shortstop Bermudez. It's the first hit of 2026. I promise I'll stop doing the superlatives. 2 men on. And I'm starting to see some of those yellow Rowley towels in the stands.
Well, you talked about bat-to-ball skills, and that wasn't even a bad pitch from Beard, low and away with a breaking ball, but he got good wood on it and just high enough to get it over the shortstop Bermudez, who, by the way, an elite defender up the middle.
Bermudez is 5'10". If he's 5'10 and a half, he might catch that ball. Here's Jake Allgaier. The last game he played in that counted for the Ballers, he had a very early home run in the championship clinching game against Idaho Falls. 2 men on, 1 man out. Blythe's got some good speed. And I think you are now hearing this crowd come alive for the first time this season. Two and 1. Blythe stole 11 bags in 2025 and was 2 for 2 this year. So could be a candidate as we learn each of these players that could go from second to home on a ground ball. Missoula will elect to not hold anyone on. Three and one. A single and a walk have given us the two Oakland base runners. Big cut and a miss by Jake Allgaier.
I think he was trying to put that in the bullpen.
Hit .322 with the Ballers last year. Had 2 regular season home runs, drove in 25 base runners. Payoff pitch. Maybe chased a touch high. Second strikeouts for Beard. And there's 2 away.
Well, he blew him away with that 3-1 fastball, and I just don't think Allgaier was expecting another fastball up in the zone because he was late on that one again.
Now Nick Leahy. Nick played a big role last year in his first pro season. Hit .280 for Oakland. 14 home runs for Leahy. Most he ever hit at any level, including college, coming off a 5 home run season. So really, you want to call it 19 home runs between Davis and Oakland. Strike at the top of the zone. That's one that on the TrackMan system just clipped the bottom of that baseball. On a 3-2 count in a 1-run situation, that's one you challenge. It's one you would lose, though.
It's amusing seeing how many millimeters, right? It clips the strike zone. Thank you for letting us know it clipped the strike zone by 0.25 millimeters.
Is that really a strike?
Yeah.
You know, is that if 98% of the ball is out? 2-1. Nice swing there, makes it 2-2. Early run for Missoula came in the first. The run came in on a double play. Ballers with their first base runners of the game here in the second. Beard throws a 2-2. That's just foul. He can throw that curveball for a strike, so you've got to be ready for it. It's not just a chase pitch.
I'm not going to overpower you with velocity, but you can tell he locates that off speed very well.
Another 2-2. Well, that time, I like to say not a waste pitch, but a wasted pitch. Not even tempting in the slightest for Nick Leahy. Both runners on the move. Out of play. This is some good protecting right now from Nick, who did strike out a little bit in 2025. There's no doubt about it. A lot of power in that bat, and a lot of times for power hitters, sometimes you sell out. Here he's made contact in a couple of really tough pitches. Beard will try again. And he got him. Looked like maybe a sinker inside, and he strikes out 2 in the inning, 3 Ks for him. Ballers cannot get on the board. They trail 1-0 as we head to the 3rd inning on Ballers TV. Top of the third and the top of the order for the Missoula Paddleheads here on Ballers TV. Welcome to our broadcast today on YouTube and on the Home Team Network. There are the firefighters. Good to see them back. Just beyond the left field wall. Michael Kazuski. Double to begin this ball game. Leadoff man takes his second at bat. And takes a strike. We have Ari standing by with us tonight. He's our technical director. We thank him for all the great work. That is a big cut and a miss, and it's a quick 0-2.
Beautiful change up there from Tanner.
Already over 40 pitches, so he's looking for a quicker inning. Ooh. Close.
But that's where you already use one challenge. You don't want to use another one. Potentially lose all two this early.
McKenzie coming in. No. It's picked up by Stone, and Kazuski not going anywhere. 2 hits for Kazuski, and that'll bring up Nick Klemp. McKenzie's fast, but not that fast. Not fast enough to catch that particular one. A man who was top 5 in stolen bases in the Pioneer League last year. First pitch strike to Klemp.
So this is the third time now Tanner's in the stretch. He's already on 2 double play balls, though. Can he make it a third?
Leadoff man on all 3 innings. That is a high, deep drive to left center field, and that's headed toward the firefighters. And that one is gone. Well, Klemp just got a pitch that he could handle, and that is a 3-0 Missoula lead. That was a fastball pretty much right down the heart of the plate.
And that's getting out at any ballpark in this league. 419 feet, 106 off the bat of Klemp.
Here's Bermudez. 1-0. It's tough for Tanner, who's never kind of been in front of this game so far. He's had to pitch from behind. Now here behind 2-0, and always with runners on. What was that first key of yours?
Set the tone.
Set the tone. It's been the Paddleheads who have set the tone, and this one's high and deep, and that's gone. Well, this is something that's not happened to Gabe Tanner at this park. Back-to-back home runs, and Bermudez has his first pro home run. This may see a walkout from pitching coach Jim Dietrich. Again, a fastball. And again, one with poor location.
And this is a Missoula squad last year that hit the most home runs in the Pioneer League. They hit 180, which led the league by far. So, yes, it's a new team, but there's certain things that stick, and that's the power that we're seeing so far. You give credit to Bermudez, though, for getting into a hitter-friendly count, 2-0. They've made Tanner work, and he's been forced to come in on these guys.
And he came in pretty much middle on that pitch. I'm looking at TrackMan. So it's 4-0. Now, let me just peer back here, because the Ballers, I know, gave up 4 on opening day last year. They were down 4-1 at one point, but they had scored the first run before their 3-run 9th inning. So 3 straight hits here in the third. Tanner's first pitch is a called strike to Tyler Stone. Stone hit into a double play. in at-bat number 1. Line drive past the second baseman, Leahy, who was standing out in right field pretty much. Were his feet on the grass?
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. Nevertheless, it's a single.
He was playing the pre-shift rules there.
Now Casarilla. It's 4 straight hits for the Paddleheads. It's the 6th hit given up by Tanner.
I mean, he wasn't in like deep right field or shallow right field, but he was his toes were on the grass.
Strike 2 to Casarilla. More gun shy are these hitters with their challenges already from last year's Pioneer League. Slide step on 0-2, and there is a strikeout. Well, Casarilla has 2 strikeouts, so that's one matchup Tanner is winning both times so far.
And Gabe went to slider there. He's got those 7 pitches, Tyler, but he'll mostly go 4-seam sinker, changeup, slider, and that time the slider there gets Casarilla.
Enzo Apodaca. It's a fastball low. And now a second hit batter. 2 hit batsmen, 2 walks, and 6 hits. And it's just not a Gabe Tanner start that I'm used to. But the first of the season. First of 96 games this year, and the first of 51 at home. More home games than we've had before this year.
And that's because we have one team that is exclusively playing on the road.
The Red Pocket Mobiles, a sponsored travel team this year. In the air behind third. Who wants it? Someone needs to call it. No one does. The throw to third is in time, and the out goes 5-1. Oh my.
Oh my is right.
And I do not believe the batter gets credit for a hit there. That should be a fielder's choice, 5-1. Almost a coming together. I'm glad that Jake Allgaier looked up and saw what was happening. Well, Stone is out on one of the more strange plays you'll see. But there are 2 away. Feliciano is the 8th batter of the inning.
And credit Gabe, too, for realizing that third base was unoccupied and getting over there to field the throw from Leahy. Especially with the inning that he's had. He could have just been exasperated, but he still paid attention and got to third base. That's a critical second out.
That's just having the baseball IQ, the awareness on the field at all times. That's a fair ball. And that is a 1-3 putout to end the inning. 3 runs for Missoula, a couple of big flies, Klemp and Bermudez. It's a 4-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. 4-0 Paddleheads here on Ballers TV. I'm Tyler Peterson alongside Gareth Kwok, your new play-by-play announcer for all of our Ballers road games this season. TJ McKenzie, Damian Stone, and Tremaine Cobb are going to try to get something started here in the third. McKenzie in the air to center. Kazuski, he's got it. Just one hit so far for Oakland. It was a single for Jaden Kalura. Damian Stone will take his second at bat. He grounded out to the first baseman, Tyler Stone. And usually when you do rock and rock, you Rochambeau again.
Right.
So, and now this is Damian Stone's second time. Let's see if he can give some paper or scissors. Almost works as a metaphor. Stone, rock.
Stone.
No! Caught by the third baseman. Casarilla takes away a potential hit from Stone. 2 outs. A leap.
Kind of a little bit of side spin there too, but he still had an all-out leap to make that catch.
A double sow cow. Tremaine Cobb with 2 outs. Hard to swing at the first pitch after how quick those first 2 outs came for Beard. And it's a strike to Tremaine Cobb. Bounce to short. Bermudez sure-handed, and he will throw out Cobb. 3 up, 3 down, and a third away through our ball game. It is 4-0 Missoula. Welcome back to Ballers TV. It's the top of inning 4. Your line score through 3 thus far. It's 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors for the visiting Missoula Paddleheads. No runs on just 1 hit and no errors for the Oakland Ballers. To take you through the middle 3 of this ball game for the first time in the regular season, Mr. Gareth Lafayette native Kwok.
Thank you very much, Lafayette native Kwok. I like it, I like it. Even though that's not necessarily my middle name, but you know.
Well, I didn't ask before the broadcast, so
yeah.
That's my mistake.
Here is Tai Yukamoto. Former Gonzaga Bulldog stands in. Lines the first pitch to left, but right at Damian Stone. 1 away.
Well, the last man I had in here was a Florida man. So I need to make a distinction with the new broadcaster now, who's looking quite sporty in his green tie, I must say.
Thank you very much. To you as well. And you got the 3-piece.
I didn't bust this one out for the playoffs last year, and I was told it looked funny from certain people.
Oh,
you
okay.
shouldn't wear that. So I didn't ask anyone's advice today, and I decided to wear the vest with my suit.
I must say it looks very clean.
Thank you.
As this is Kazuski, the leadoff man. 0-1. 62 pitches through the first 3 for Gabe Tanner. Missoula scoring 3 in the third on 2 homers. Must have been inside 2-1.
Not getting a ton of help right now, and maybe for the performance so far, maybe hasn't earned some of those calls too.
It's a high strike, but Tanner will take it. Well, I asked Jim Dietrich before the game, what's Tanner's leash for today? And he's like, well, he'll go as long as we can get him. This is popped foul. But probably around 80 or 85, depending on how things go. Two-two. That one nearly getting the feet of Kazuski, who is 2 for 2 with a double and a single and 2 runs scored. On deck is Clem. And that is ball 4.
I mean, that's a really good pitch by Tanner. It might be just a hair below the zone, but how do you not swing at that just to protect?
I don't know. Kazuski, former Kansas Jayhawk. Spent his final 3 years in Lawrence with KU. And here's a dangerous Klemp now. High fly ball, left field. He's got another. 2-run shot for the returning Paddlehead catcher, Nick Klemp. And it is 6-0 Missoula here in Oakland. Wow.
I was not expecting this after the circus-like performances we had before the game with the flyover and the announcing to the line. Early damper.
Klemp with 4 runs batted in already in 4 innings. One ball and 1 strike. I mean, we knew coming in this was going to be a heavyweight matchup. Oakland and Missoula, the 2 best teams in terms of overall record for the entire season last year. A little bit high, 2-1.
That's Missoula throwing all the punches right now.
3 homers on the night for the visitors. Here's a line shot in the center for Bermudez. He's now reached base 3 times. So Tanner got a first pitch line out of Yukamoto. And since it's been a walk, a homer, and a single, still only 1 out.
And to put it in perspective for you, I don't think there was a start Gabe had where he gave up more than 4 earned runs the whole year.
This is ripped by Stone, foul.
Well, right now they're swinging like they know what's coming.
Yeah.
You Klemp sit on a breaking ball first pitch. You just had Stone there sitting on that fastball, turning on it.
Not too many swings and misses early on from this Missoula squad. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. There's some stirring in that bullpen. Now it looks like there is a right-hander warming up for Oakland in the right field bullpen. 1-1. There's a good changeup from Gabe. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Six nothing Missoula.
That is David Clark from Palo Alto warming up in the bullpen. Clark, who made the team out of the Ballers' open tryout.
So he's getting warm. Tanner would love a third double play ball of the game here with 1 out in the 4th. And this is smacked up the middle. Another hard hit for the Paddleheads. And they got 9 hits already on Tanner, and they've virtually been all hard hit contact.
They have almost all been line drives. I'm trying to think of one that was just sort of a little. The only one was the ball in front of McKenzie that just kind of fell in that he couldn't get to. Everything else has been really hard. Now, the Ballers had a couple games like this. Game 2 last year was like that. Game 3 as well. I mean, that Game 2 game against the Raptors, they allowed 8 early runs in the first 2 innings. So, hey, they won 73 games and they had some stinkers. You'll have some stinkers.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, it's a little more sour on opening night.
Absolutely. Crowd waited patiently for the start of this one. So Casarilla will bat. Tanner has won both the matchups thus far against him. We'll see how round 3 goes. 0-1.
Well, for Klemp, it's 9 bases and 4 RBI. For Casarilla so far, it's been 2 strikeouts.
No balls and a strike. 0-2. And that's where Gabe, he hasn't been in a ton of 0-2 counts today. It just opens up his entire arsenal when he can get ahead. This is pulled foul.
Yeah, that's a good point, because if you have 7 pitches and you can play around with them, that's great if the hitters don't know what to expect. But if you're pitching from behind and you have to throw certain pitches in certain counts and you try to switch it up, you don't get that call. Now it's 3-1. Again, he's been pitching from behind today, both in counts and just in the general game.
0-2. Little tapper up the middle. There's one. Cobb's turn. Got them both. Damage is done, though, for Missoula on Tanner. 2 more runs in on the home run by Nick Klemp, his 2nd of the night. And the Ballers with some work to do, down by 6 as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on Ballers TV.
Try to take baseball away from us, but you know how
jump scare there.
Yeah. Well, we're looking dapper, so no problem there. Don't worry about us. As Isai Santos is going to lead off the fourth for Oakland, searching for some thump in the offense. Santos bounced down to second in his first at-bat against Beard. No balls and a strike.
A new segment for you on Ballers TV. This is Columbia Bank, Take It to the Bank. Gareth is going to give us something that we can take to the bank. And Gareth, what can we take to the bank today?
Well, it's funny you ask me this as Eastside takes a ball outside, because I had one thought in mind, and then we were talking about ABS, and we were talking about seeing the results and how it'll clip the strike zone by a millimeter or so, and that got me thinking about our take it to the bank for today. I think the ball needs to have at least a quarter of the ball needs to be in the strike zone for it to count.
Quarter.
Yeah, I'm saying a quarter. Quarter to a third, give or take.
I do think it's kind of dumb when you see the T-Mobile, whatever it is, on the board and the little part turns pink, and then it's like 1/10 of an inch, and the whole baseball is practically sitting outside the strike zone.
Like, is that supposed to be impressive? Good take from Isai. It's 2-2.
That's a really close take from Isai as well. How much of that ball maybe was in or out of the strike zone?
And that's why I say I think at least a quarter to a third, give or take. Once you get to half, I understand. That's maybe a little too much. But to have it just clip like the end of the baseball, like you're just slicing the baseball just like a piece of an orange or so. Like that's not cutting it for me.
All right, well, you can take that to the bank.
Ibarra and Blythe to follow for Oakland. Full count pitch. High fly ball in the right center. Kazuski has been fairly busy, and he'll play the way for the first out. Give credit to Brendan Beard, though, right now. He has set down the last 6 ballers in a row.
Well, he's been attacking the zone. He's been getting ahead in the counts. He's not been afraid of the ball hitters. He's not throwing harder than Tanner. They're both at 89 right now.
Oh. Good deception with his off speeds so far in this one as Ibarra stands in. Jeter hits a high fly ball. Well struck left center. This one is on its way. This ball is gone! Jeter Ibarra lifts off for his first home run as a baller. And Oakland has its first run of the year. 6-1 Missoula now in the fourth.
Well, the one difference right now between the two teams is that Missoula has been much more aggressive on that first pitch. And there you saw a breaking ball that got a lot of plates, and Ibarra sent it out of here.
How about the inside-out swing, too, from Ibarra? This is well struck by Noah Blythe, but Kazuski tracks it down. 2 outs. We talked about Ibarra earlier. Someone who can provide some pop in the middle of the lineup. Delivered great production at Washington and at Michigan in the Big Ten, albeit in a tough environment up there in Ann Arbor when it's so cold for much of the year. Now can enjoy the friendlier environment. Here's Calora. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 now. Calora singled into left field his first time up. good backdoor breaking ball. Makes it 2-1. Ibarra with 7 homers last year with the Wolverines. This one fouled back. And again, you factor in the weather playing up there in Ann Arbor and those Big Ten schools. Ball doesn't fly very far in the Big Ten Conference. Two balls, 2 strikes on Calora. Check swing foul, keeps him alive. Jake Allgaier waiting on deck for Oakland. The lights have turned on now here at Raimondi Park. Sun is setting as we speak. 2-2. And Calora will see a 7th pitch of the AB here.
Well, you're seeing a lot of that good bat control, the ball to bat ability for Calora to hang in there, fight off pitches, and then put something in play.
2-2 from Beard. And this is out of play. A good battle here from Calora. And at the very least, drives up Beard's pitch count that was relatively efficient heading into this inning. Just 43 pitches through 3 for the big fella. 2-2. Didn't bite. Full count.
That's a good take. The Calora catcher, he knows how far that ball started outside and just did not have the time to get back in the zone.
This will be pitch number 9 of the AB to Calora. Sends a fly ball in the shallow center. Kazuski broke back, and he puts away all 3 outs here in the 4th to end the inning. But Jeter Ibarra delivers the first run for Oakland tonight with an opposite field home run to left center. We go to the 5th with Missoula ahead 6-1 here on Ballers TV. Welcome back to West Oakland. Ballers get a run closer after the Jeter Ibarra home run to left center. It's now 6-1 Missoula. Gabe Tanner's night is done. And on the pitch now for Oakland is David Clark, 27-year-old from Palo Alto. And this is his Ballers debut as he faces Enzo Apodaca. That slider makes it 0-1. Apodaca pops it up. Got jammed, and Allgaier calls for it. One away. Palo Alto native, Gunn High School alum, who signed with the Ballers via the open tryout back in March.
And that's what he's got. That's a good slider. That's up almost near 3,000 RPMs.
Aaron Miles was very impressed with Clark during that open tryout. Said he was as advertised. Quickly 0-2.
And for Clark, too, the all-time saves leader, single season and career for the University of Chicago Division III baseball.
14 saves tallied from Clark. 0-2. Hit hard to right center. Barry not fooled that time with the third breaking ball. And a one-out base hit for Barry.
Well, just not Gabe Tanner's night. 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, all which were earned. He walked 3 and hit 2, which you also don't see, and only struck out the 2 batters. It was the same batter. It was Xavier Casarilla. And quite bluntly, the worst start of his Baller's career.
Pitch to Feliciano's grounded to first. He borrowed a second for 1. Cobb has time. How about a 4th double play tonight from Oakland? Maybe they can ride the momentum as we are halfway home on opening night. Missoula 6, Oakland 1 here on Ballers TV. Halfway home on this beautiful opening night. Terrific opening ceremonies. Now the Ballers trying to chase Missoula here in the bottom of the 5th, down by 5. Allgaier leads off against Beard. 0-1. It's Allgaier, Leahy, and McKenzie. Bottom of the lineup for Oakland. Lowest strike, says Ricardo Rodriguez, 0-2.
It has been a really nice day today, and I certainly am not going to turn my nose up against a 78-degree day in Oakland, but maybe when I'm not running around trying to put duct tape on saving every little thing I want ready for opening day.
I like that analogy. Duct tape.
A lot of duct tape today.
A lot of duct tape. Putting out fires.
With duct tape.
Yes. 0-2. Hit hard to left center. Kazuski back, looking up. Come on! Jake Allgaier sends one out of here. Ibarra homered in the 5th, in the 4th, and Allgaier homers in the 5th to make it a 4-run game.
What a mistake down and into a left-handed hitter. To take that to left center like that, that was impressive. That was almost 400 feet. But that's the kitchen for Jake Allgaier down and in like that. On an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah. Here's Leahy, who takes in, and I mean, you think about Beard and also how well he's located his off-speed pitches. That was a rare mistake from Beard. Leahy takes a strike, 1-1.
Well, it was 5-0. It was 6-1. Now it's 6-2. My good friend and former Baller employee Tim Coita used to say, it just never felt like the Ballers were out of a game in 2025. And when you win 73 games, that is kind of how it is.
In last year's season opener, Ballers trailed by 3 heading into that 9th inning.
Yep.
Quite the turn of events to eventually win it in the knockout round home run derby. Ooh. Watch out, 3 balls and a strike. Tremaine Cobb with quite the first impression on this Raimondi Park crowd. What do you remember from that night?
I remember 5 hits from Trey and a 1-0 win in the knockout round over Chris Sargent.
Oh. Just clipping the outside corner.
And this is where the rule change comes into place. Leahy last year with the three challenges up to 6, he challenges that.
No question.
But not here, not with 1 left.
Beard's 3-2. Got him swinging. So he pulls the string, and Leahy was out in front. Strikeout number 4 for Brendan Beard. Is it true that Chris Sargent did not hit a home run in that knockout round?
Yes, 0.
One of the best home run hitters.
Got picked up by the Padres, yeah.
As McKenzie swings and misses. No balls and a strike. Check swing, no on the appeal, says Ruben Candelario.
And that was not particularly close, I don't believe, even from where I'm sitting.
So McKenzie gets his first opening night experience here in Oakland after being a late sign last year. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That was a strike, but Ricardo Rodriguez not making many friends.
1-2. On the ground, past the diving right side of the infield, a base hit. McKenzie with his first hit of the day. And here comes the top of the lineup for Oakland.
You talk about a ball that had eyes. I mean, that one just squeezed past the first baseman Stone, and then Yukimoto, who was not exactly shifted up the middle. He had a decent look at it as well, and it just got past both of them.
And Stone at first is a big body. Looked like he was going to knock it down, but instead, Damian Stone will get a crack at it here against Beard. He's 0 for 2.
37 steals for McKenzie last year.
There's a strike.
That may get Stone a few fastballs.
Klemp is behind the plate, their catcher from last year. 0-1. Not close. Now, last year, Missoula, they were 12th in runners caught stealing. They only caught 13 runners out of 120 last year. Hit foul down the left field line. So does TJ McKenzie test him here, 1 ball, 2 strikes, or maybe he waits a couple more pitches?
Well, for Stone, he walked more than he struck out last year, so he's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. You may see McKenzie go right here on 1-2.
1-2. He does not go, and Stone lifts it out to deep center, but it'll hang for Kazuski. 2 outs. And here's Trey Cobb.
Now, Cobb is a good first pitch hitter. I'm interested to see whether or not they would also send TJ on that first pitch.
Well, he saw some pitches from Beard. Saw what his timing's like. Trey swings at the first pitch and lines it in the right center. McKenzie on his horse. First and third for Oakland as the ball ends up into the glove of the first baseman, Stone. And a big, big spot for Isai Santos here in the 5th.
Well, Santos is a guy that they relied on a lot last year to bat in the 2 hole. That's a hole where you want the guy to be able to get on base to set the table. Now he's in a position today batting 3rd where you're expecting him to drive in runs. And now you have your second leadoff man with McKenzie on at 3rd and the guy who was leading off quite a bit last year, Cobb at 1st. This is a situation where they need Santos not to get on, but to get someone in.
Missoula manager Michael Schlacht is going to come out and try and calm down this starter. There is some activity in the bullpen for the Paddleheads.
This is a right-handed pitcher. That's number 26, Mark Timmons, who has spent a couple of years with the Paddleheads, went to the Angels organization, has come back, I believe, as a franchise player. Michael Schlacht, who is both manager and pitching coach, as he has been for many years. He is a longtime manager in this league, has been at the helm since this league went independent in 2021, and I'm sure will be here for many, many more years. They love him up in Missoula.
His contract was extended to 2030 at the end of the 2024 season. He has produced nothing but winning teams up in Missoula. Here's Isai. That is a foul ball. Oof. And thank goodness, says Isai Santos probably.
Well, it's close. Awfully close. I mean, you kind of, as an umpire, if you're Ruben Candelario, have to kind of look in the air to see where that ball is. Would it be over the line or not? That's tough.
0-1. Low.
And a good take as well.
Missoula led 6-0 through 3.5. And Oakland keep chipping away.
Well, it's a big at bat. It's already the bottom of the 5th. You're sort of running toward the later half of this game. You know, 12 more outs. You've got a runner in scoring position now. You kind of want to see your man come through here.
McKenzie's at 3rd, Cobb at 1st. 2-1. Good block from Clem. Both runners hold. 3-1 on Santos with Ibarra on deck, who already took Beard deep in the 4th. Does Isai get a pitch to hit here? (3-1). Easy take, ball 4, and they're loaded up. They are loaded up for Jeter Ibarra. Took him deep. Ooh, in the 4th. And here comes Michael Schlacht. That's going to be it for Beard.
That's the hook at 4 2/3. Brendan Beard will not be eligible for a victory today.
So Beard departs after throwing 83 pitches. Tying run at the dish for Oakland when we come back here on Ballers TV. Biggest spot of the night for Oakland. Bases loaded, down by 4. Jeter Ibarra coming up. And Michael Schlacht is going to his pen. It's the former Angels farmhand, Mark Timmons, who comes in for Missoula. 27-year-old from Omaha. Tagged as their franchise player back in March, and this is his 5th season with the Paddleheads. A 6.31 ERA last year in 41 1/3 innings. Here's Ibarra. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think Beard a little bit surprised to get taken out of this game on 83 pitches. Allowed the 5 hits, only gave up the 2 runs.
2-0. Ibarra drove in the first run for Oakland with a solo shot to left center off Beard. A swing of the bat could tie this game at 6. Timmons uses a disengagement. He's working on his PitchCom device.
Is it not working or is it too loud?
I'm going to take the latter. Timmons trying to sort things out. He's covering his head with his glove to try and hear it better. Now, like you said, I don't know if it's a technical issue or if he just simply can't hear it.
Well, I think what we have here with Ricardo Rodriguez coming out to talk to Clemp, this is not going to get charged as a mound visit. This is now they're going to ditch PitchCom probably and go to finger signs. So they got to talk about what those signs are. There's 2 outs, runner at second. Are they going to go second or third sign? I think that's what this conversation is with Rodriguez out there.
And luckily for Timmons and Klemp, they have chemistry, both of them from last year, working together closely. It is 2-0 on Ibarra. McKenzie at third, Cobb at second, Santos at first. Jeter hits a fly ball to deep left field, And making the catch is Barry on the high backhand. Boy, did he sting that ball. 100 off the bats, but right into the glove of Barry. And the Ballers strand the bases loaded. They do get one on the Jake Allgaier solo homer. It's now 6-2 Missoula as we go to the 6th on Ballers TV. Ballers inch a little closer in that bottom of the 5th. Jake Allgaier going deep for his first of the year. Nice job by Timmons, though, of Missoula to strand the bases loaded and hold it to just the 1 run. We are now in the 6th here on opening night. Gareth Kwok, Tyler Petersons, thanks so much for tuning in on your Tuesday. As Yukamoto takes a strike.
By the way, this year we do have a new sponsor. Sonic Internet has sponsored our home run tracker for the year. So we can put up a big number 1 and number 2.
That's right.
On the Sonic home run tracker as I mime the board I don't have quite yet.
The imaginary board.
The imaginary board. Our Sonic home run tracker brought to you by Sonic Internet.
It'll come to fruition at some point. That is a foul ball. Yukamoto with the check swing.
They're going to look to Clark for some work, at the very least one more inning.
0-2. Outside, I think if David Clark got into the 7th, Aaron Miles would be very pleased. Short start for Gabe Tanner. 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Missoula with 3 homers against Tanner. 2-2. A little high.
Yukamoto has just challenged each of the last balls. Either that or he's just adjusting his helmet.
I think that's just a habit. 3-2. And he works it from 0-2 to a walk to lead off the 6th. Well, he's going to do that at one point, and an umpire is going to mistake him for a challenge. Maybe not this week, but at some point. Here's Kazuski. He's been a problem today. He's reached base all 3 times. Double, single, walk, and 3 runs scored. 1. A little bit low. Clark, before joining the Ballers, worked as a self-employed legal tech and AI consultant in San Francisco for the past 2 years.
Boy, that's a pretty breaking ball. That's a man-made breaking ball. No AI in the breaking ball, I can tell you that.
No chat GPT involved.
Unless it told him how to throw a better breaking ball.
2-2. I mean, he tried out for the team, won an invite to spring training after taking a few years away from the game. Finished his college career in 2021 at the University of Chicago, and then started training again. 2-2, got him looking. That is the first pro strikeout for David Clark. And there's one gone. He was just curious about his potential as a professional baseball player. I want to see if he could do it.
Well, he's the only man to have gotten Kazuski out tonight.
We'll see if he can get Klemp out, who's 3 for 3 with 2 big flies. Breaking ball is outside. It's got some drop to it, that big breaker. Calls it a sweeper on 1. And it's 1-2.
Well, you can see there Klemp was late on 89. And this is the difference from where Tanner was to where Clark is. Clark is working ahead of hitters. He's ahead of the game right now. And it's the hitters who are the ones who have to try to figure out what's coming next.
On deck is Bermudez for Missoula. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner goes. It's in the dirt. Gets away from Colora. It'll be a stolen bag for Yukamoto. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Klemp, who was one of the best offensive hitting catchers last season. 14 big flies. 47 batted in to go with a .340 average. Two. Now full. This is his 3rd and final year in the Pioneer League after beginning his career in Boise. 3-2 pitch, he got him. The sweeper has looked sharp from David Clark, and he's got back-to-back Ks.
That's money. That's money. I don't care who you are. If you work 2 years as a AI consultant or whatever the heck he was doing, if you've got a sweeper, a slider like that, start throwing it. Get back on the bump. 27 is not too late. Neither is 30. Although I can't throw a sweeper like that.
We saw you in the 2nd inning for the Bart card toss.
A couple sinkers in there, maybe.
Yeah, I think my arm's done for the week after that. No, I'm just kidding. I think we have some more this week we got to issue.
Right fielder in high school. So
there you go. Here's Bermudez.
Oof.
And how about that sweeper from David Clark? 1-1.
The movement is just going to get him strikes. That was maybe a little bit off the plate, but with the amount it's breaking, it's going to give the umpire a thought, no, that came back.
1-1. And then you pair that with the heat.
And that's just it. You're 89, you're off balance, you're not ready for 89. You're trying to wait on the slider, which is how Connor Sullivan worked last year. The slider was so good that you tried to wait back on the slider rather than on the fastball. And Sully didn't throw any harder than 91 on most nights.
1-2. That time a changeup low. And that's the thing, especially with the arsenal that he has, doesn't have to be overpowering to still fool hitters. 2-2 is fouled away. And I think he'll learn that too as he gets more reps under his belt. I mean, you're coming in, opening night, sellout crowd. Not an easy task. 2-2. Good pitch, but low. Trying to get through his first 2 scoreless frames as a professional and keep Oakland within arm's length.
Well, it's back-to-back changeups there, not consecutively, but he's gone back to that back foot a couple times to try to get the swing from Bermudez.
Bounce to the left side of the infield, nobody's there. Yukamoto speeding home. The throw goes into first. Ibarra ran into the runner, the batter runner, and he will take second.
I don't know what happened to Stone there. I think that was a ball that slipped out of his hands. That's an RBI. And it's a E7.
So make it 7-2 Missoula on the base hit from Bermudez. He's reached base all 4 times.
I think he had a play at the plate. I mean, he would have had to sell out and give the second base to Bermudez, but I think he had a play at the plate.
Stone breaks his bat. It's a friendly hop for Leahy, and that will end the inning. 2-out knock for Bermudez extends Missoula's lead back to 5. 7-2 Paddleheads as we go to the bottom of the 6th on Ballers TV. Home half of the 6th here from West Oakland. Opening night here at Raimondi Park. It's the Paddleheads who lead 7-2 on the Ballers. Noah Blythe, Jaden Calora, and Jake Allgaier will face a new right-hander, Grant Garza, for the Paddleheads. 25-year-old from the University of Texas down in Tyler. And the first pitch to Blythe is a strike. Missouri City, Texas native. This is his rookie campaign after finishing at the University of Texas in Tyler. I didn't know there was a university down in Texas named after you.
I believe Michael Choice, former A's draft pick. Or that was UT Arlington, I take it back.
Okay. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Blythe. All conference selection. And he was at Tarleton State. And he fans Blythe here rather quickly for the first down. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard around the Pioneer League. Opening nights for the other 10 teams. In the top of the 8th, Glacier is dominating on Great Falls. It is 14-2 now in the 9th inning. Flora pops up the first pitch, and that'll be a souvenir. Idaho Falls, the runner-ups from a year ago, ahead by 4 on Billings in the bottom of the 7th. Good battle in Boise. Ogden and Boise tied at 4 in the bottom of the 7th. Flora breaks his bat into right field for Apodaca. 2 down.
That certainly went a long way for having broken your bat. It was a deep fly ball when you completely lose the head.
It sure was. Two down for Allgaier. And Modesto holds a 2-0 lead on the Red Pocket Mobiles. Bottom of the 4th. Long Beach, their inaugural game on the road in Yuba Southern, and they lead 9-1 in the top of the 7th. Here's Jake. And he pops up the first pitch foul. Let's take a look at now at our AC Transit Road to the Show. Tyler, what do you have for us?
Another new segment brought to you by AC Transit. We'll take a look at how our boys, our Ballers alumni, are doing. And of course, one of them has already made the show in Tyler Davis. The White Sox are playing the Seattle Mariners, and he is currently on the mound, 2/3 of scoreless ball with a strikeout in a 1-0 Seattle lead right now.
How about that?
Danny Kerwin on a rehab assignment with the Greenville Drive. Hope he gets healthy soon. Grant Manning did not pitch for Fayetteville. And neither did someone who I can't think of. I was going to say James Collier, but he's actually pitching for the Winnipeg Goldeyes tonight.
Allgaier spoils it foul. We always love keeping up with our Ballers alums, and especially with Davis in the situation that he's in, getting plenty of run up with the White Sox on the south side.
Well, there's something like +7 wins since he joined the squad.
2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, that's just really an ideal role for him.
He picked up his first 2 big league wins in the last 10 days. And we have a 63 jersey that will be hanging in the clubhouse very soon.
2-2, or excuse me, now 3-2. A brief stint with Oakland, but memorable for Davis back in that inaugural season. 3-2. That was a slow breaker that Allgaier just got a piece of.
74. I mean, that's about change of pace. You really got to keep that leg down because that knee is going to buckle out from under you.
Nick Leahy to follow. 3-2. Ball 4 high. Allgaier saw 8 pitches to draw the walk. And here is Leahy. Leahy is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, the Ballers want something from this game. They're down 5. It's the bottom of the 6th. You get a 2-out walk, and you do something with it.
Breaking ball is low and in. Grant Garza making his pro debut. And that one, did that hit Leahy or just miss him? It just missed him. 3 balls and no strikes on the returning infielder. Takes a strike all the way. TJ McKenzie to follow. 3-1. This is popped foul over towards first.
That's a healthy cut, but right now, if he's going to get one out, he's got to go to left. It's very hard to put one out down the right field line as a right-handed hitter, although Leahy is one of the few who have done it.
3-2. Watch out. Not close from Garza. And 2 men on with 2 out for McKenzie. Now McKenzie, he may be in the 9 spot, but he's got some pop for a 9-hitter. 16 homers a year ago. Between Colorado Springs and Oakland late in the season. Seven to 2 Missoula. A healthy Hack makes it now 0-2. One for 2 on the night with a single. And the 0-2 is right down Broadway, strike 3. Garza strands a pair. Oakland scoreless in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Paddleheads lead by 5 on Ballers TV. Back here in West Oakland, Paddleheads with a 5-run lead on the Ballers as we go to the 7th. And here to take you home on opening night, here's Tyler Peterson.
Well, you got us a few runs.
I did.
You also gave up one.
Well,
gave up a couple, actually.
Well, that's about what you expect from a rook on their first night at the office.
Well, I'm -3. You're only -1. Here's Casarilla to face the new lefty, Blake Barker. The first pitch, a strike. Barker, 22 years old. Actually, I take it back. He just celebrated his 23rd birthday last month. From Chardon, Ohio, went to the University of Virginia. In Virginia last year, made 12 appearances, had a 6.75 ERA, then went to the draft league in Mahoning Valley, had a 4.76 ERA and 17 innings. 1-2. Throws a two-seam slider and a changeup, what he calls a kick change, a three-pitch pitcher from the left side. And spinning it right now in the high 80s. He takes over for Clark, who, I will say this, he had a nice pro debut.
He did.
1-2 is fouled at the plates.
2 innings of 1-run ball for Clark. 2 hits, a run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts for David.
And the run he gave up, I'm inclined to give him maybe a half a run, because I wanted to see Damian Stone fire that ball to home and, you know, give themselves a chance at not being down 5 again. I think he was thinking about the extra base. I was thinking he could backdoor the runner at first.
Right.
It did not work. 1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, challenged by Missoula. It is overturned to a ball. So he's still in there, 2-2. First challenge for the Paddleheads today, and they are successful.
But I think when you come in to a tryout, you know, you see other guys vying for those spots and invites to spring training. You get the invite, and then you make the roster to eventually pull out an outing like this. I mean, I'd sleep very well tonight if I was David Clark with the way he performed. And I think you have to be pleased, too, with your Aaron Miles, Jim Dietrich, because that sweeper looked legit.
Full count to Casarilla. Deep to left. If it's fair, it's gone. It is fair, it's gone. A fastball low, and Casarilla able to golf that out of here. 2 Ks and a double play. Well, now he can write that letter home, a solo shot in the 7th. It's an 8th run for Missoula. And a 4th home run. 6 home runs today. In a park that is statistically the toughest hitting park in the Pioneer League. So Barker's pro debut starts off with a home run given up for him.
And that was 104 miles an hour off the bat of Casarilla. He's got some pop in that right-handed swing, as you just saw there.
Out of play. Barker is one of 2 ballers that have Major League lineage. He's the son of 12-year Major League Baseball veteran Len Barker, who pitched for Texas, Cleveland, Atlanta, and Milwaukee. A man who threw a perfect game in 1981. C.J. Blowers, who's also on the Ballers pitching staff, is the son of Mike Blowers, who had a nice Major League career, including a year in 1998 for the Oakland Athletics. A 2nd hit given up by Blowers in this inning, this time to Apodaca. He singled to right. That pitch was much more in the zone than the home run to Casarilla. The pitch to Casarilla, it was not a bad pitch by Barker.
No.
So he executed a pitch. It should have been ball 4 if anything else, but it was Casarilla that chased it and golfed it down the right field line. That's fouled back.
And remember, he was going to get rung up on strike 3, but he challenged it. It was well inside and gave him a second life. When you give a team like the Paddleheads second life, they will do damage.
This is Leighton Berry, who is 1 for 3. A little over 2 hours old in our contest today. First of 12 straight at home. The throwdown is not in time. The ball gets away. Picking up the ball is McKenzie. That is going to be a stolen base and an E2. And Apodaca ends up at third.
It was online from Calora, but that's a tough short hop for Trey up the middle. And as soon as Apodaca saw that, he was off and running.
It's a 2-1. Now it's a, excuse me, I should say, it was a 1-2 pitch. That is fouled back. It is still 1-2. Now, if the Ballers were trailing by 4, you might see the infield in. Well, as I say that, they're down 6. They've just brought all of the infield. If the infield isn't in, you're looking at maybe an out. It's an unearned run for now. It is an RBI for Barry. The 9th run for the Paddleheads.
I mean, it looked like he was trying to catch a 40-yard pass down the sideline there with the infield tucked in.
Now, I would have said that he would have been making his best N'Keal Harry impression. I don't know if that's going to land with you as much as maybe if I said Brandon Ayuk or the recently drafted Jordan Tyson.
I mean, N'Keal Harry caught 1 year of him, so just overlapped for his breakthrough season.
Gareth, as I am, we're both Sun Devils. Both Cronkite kids. The 2-0. Feliciano, now 3-0.
We are all over the place. Syracuse of the West, as we jokingly like to call ourselves.
No. Syracuse is the ASU of the East.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
That was former Cronkite man himself, Scotty Gange, who's working in Denver sports.
That's right.
Strike at the top of the zone. Alex Espinoza, who is running our social media, he also is a Sun Devil from the very early Cronkite days. Tempe to downtown transition.
He didn't tell me that.
3-2 now. The inning has gone home run, single. 2 runs are in. Paddleheads have 14 hits on this opening day in the Pioneer League.
I gotta go talk to Alex now.
There goes the runner. It swung on and fouled back. Barry was taking off. And it was a strike that Feliciano had to swing at. And we're going to get to see Jaden Kalora's actions from behind the plate, which is very quick, I'm told. There's the 4th ball. There is a right-hander in the Ballers bullpen. Let's get out these binoculars here and we can see what right-hander. That's number 39, Jake Turk, who was signed by the Ballers and made the opening day squad as of Sunday. I'm talking about a late addition. That's in the dirt. Well, at the moment, Barker has not looked comfortable once yet in this inning. I imagine quite a few butterflies. His pro debut as well. We do have an official announcement. It is officially a sellout. 4,135. A Raimondi Park record as we upgraded our capacity in the last 2 weeks from 4,100. So as it was in 2024, as it was in 2025, and maybe as it always shall be, a sellout on the home opener. Weekly hits. Nick Leahy may have tried to do too much. Was that going to be a flip? Was that going to be a tag? Was that going to be a throw to first? I don't think he could decide.
I think he was trying to field and then put the swipe tag on and then throw to first. But again, you got to field the baseball first.
Well, when you're going good, you're going good. We'd like to give a shout out, special hello to listener Ali Hart, watching from LA, but a longtime Bay Area resident. Thank you for watching Ballers TV, Ali. This is Weekly Hits. Cobb, it's a second for one. The throw to first, not in time. A fielder's choice RBI for Kazuski. And that is a 10th run for Missoula to begin this 2026 campaign. Scoring is Barry. The out at second is Yukamoto. That's a 10th run on the board. Which means it's an 8-run game in the 7th. So I need to know, for planning purposes, where the 8-ball lives in this press box right now. There it is. Pass it over, Mark. For regular listeners of Ballers Baseball, you know what's coming. And I hope I don't have to use it. Off the foot of the pitcher. Allgaier goes to second for one. The throw to first is not in time. It's a fielder's choice, 1-5-4. That's an RBI for Klemp, his 5th. And they're going to check on Barker.
I mean, that ball was scalded. 107 off the bat of Klemp. It's going to stay in the game, though, it looks like.
So you may see Turk for the 8th and the 9th, but Barker wants to finish out the 7th. He has now, unfortunately, allowed those 4 runs. As of now, I believe it's only 3 earned, but we will check on that in the break. So Barker to stay in. We'll see Bermudez as the 8th hitter. The 2nd time in this game that the Paddleheads have sent 8 men to the plate.
A lot of long innings for this Ballers defense.
It's been a 4-run inning. It's the 3rd crooked number up on that scoreboard.
I mean, there has not been very much soft contact tonight from Missoula.
Oh, 0-2. Well, the Ballers have never lost on opening day. However, they find themselves down by 9 here to begin this 2026 campaign. That's right past Kalura, a huge bounce in front of him, and that's a wild pitch. I mean, that looked like a handball being thrown past him. That had big rubbery bounce up almost. I wonder, did that hit the plate?
Maybe just in front, but I was about to say, hey, for the field side seats, for those sitting just behind the hitter, basically, that was quite the first look.
Oh, heads up for sure.
Ouch.
Chopped off of the body of Bermudez. Nice debut for Bermudez. 3 hits, a home run, 2 RBI.
He's one of those guys that can just put pressure on opposing defenses with his speed, his defense, bat to ball skills. He's not, you see him in the box, not a big guy, but a little bit of pop.
1-2. Yes, he did. I can tell you that from here. Blake Barker picks up his 4th strikeout. It's 3 runs, or rather 4 runs, 3 earned. Ballers now trail 11-7 as we stretch from, or 11-2, excuse me, as we stretch here at Raimondi on Ballers TV. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball. Folks, I haven't had a ton to cheer about tonight in this 11-2 deficit in the 7th, but had some fun during the 7th inning stretch. Pair of solo shots for Oakland, that's been it today. Tyler Peterson and Gareth Kwok, we're here live from Raimondi Park in West Oakland.
Gonna get a challenge here on the strike call.
The call is overturned to a strike.
Make that 1-1. We also have with us Ari, who's at the controls down in Buenos Aires. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
You ever been down there?
I've never had the pleasure of visiting Argentina. I've crossed hemispheres, but I've never gone south of the equator.
It makes 2 of us, but it also makes 2 of us in terms of wanting to go down there.
I mean, if you're offering me a trip to Argentina, I'll take it.
If I could, I would. Let's just phrase it that way.
You mean if you had the disposable income to just give
Yeah.
me a trip?
Yeah, I mean,
oh, what a nice guy.
all right, both
I
of
knew I
us,
hired you for a reason.
Exactly. It'll be an IOU.
Big cut and a miss by Stone. It's an 0 for 4 night for Damien in his Ballers debut. 3rd K for Grant Garza. Here's Tremaine Cobb. So yeah, 4,135. Almost everyone is still here. They've been waiting for this night for a while. I'd say Very few have cleared out at all, despite the lopsided score. Not sure if we'll see a comeback tonight here at Raimondi Park. I will say the Billings Mustangs have stormed back for 5 runs. They're now leading Idaho Falls 9-8.
Wow.
Welcome to the Pioneer League. 2-1 to Cobb.
I mean, there's no lead must feel very safe in this league.
Especially in the mountains.
That's right.
Cobb 1 for 3 today with a single. Fouled back. Sent the ball back toward right center field. It's a soft line drive for his first hit of 2026. Strike 3 called on Cobb, and he is gone looking.
Kind of looked like he was thinking about challenging, but...
Well, after a while, it's going to be too late.
Right. I think maybe he realized, I think I've waited too long.
Not just back-to-back Ks in the inning for the righty Garza, but 3 straight going back to the 6th. And right now, he's dropping in first pitch curveballs for strikes.
I mean, the fastball is only 8, but it feels like it's probably 98 with how slow that curveball is.
You get yourself a couple miles an hour. Looks like we'll see the pro debut of Jake Turk, the righty out of Nevada. He's getting ready. It's a ball, but it's challenged by the catcher, Klemp. And that is a 3K inning for Garza as it is overturned, and we will head to the 8th. And unfortunately for us, it will be a magic 8th inning. If you don't know what that means, Gareth or audience, you will learn on the other side of this 11-2 contest on Ballers TV. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on Ballers TV. It's an 11-2 deficit, and we will see the right-hander Jake Turk make his pro debut. 6 feet tall, 205, the right-hander from Novato, California. Last pitched at Cal State San Marcos, and previous to that, the College of Marin. He takes over for Blake Barker, who had a shaky first appearance.
Yeah, just 1 inning for Barker in the 7th. 3 hits, 4 runs. 3 of them were earned. with a walk and a strikeout. The first 5 batters against Barker reached, including a home run from Casarilla.
So here's Tyler Stone. He'll be followed by Casarilla and Apodaca. The first pitch on its way is outside. It is time for the Magic 8th inning. Now, this is a segment that I have kept for years and years and years, going back to my Rocky Mountain days. Something that's last year we didn't have to do too much when we were losing. And unfortunately, we do have to do that today. Pitch is just a touch outside.
I am intrigued.
Here is my Magic 8 Ball. You can see it on your screen there. Gareth, the Magic 8 Ball knows all. If you have any questions about, you know, work, your job, your life, school,
So you're saying
future,
it's my therapist.
It's your therapist, it's your friend. Like the Oracle of Delphi, like tea at the bottom of a cup. Tea leaves, I suppose, at the bottom of a cup. We go to the 8 Ball and we ask it questions. And we do so through our YouTube chat. So if there are any questions on our YouTube chat, which we have otherwise neglected tonight, please let us know. The first batter, Stone, sends that into right field for a base hit off of Turk. Now, Gareth, would you like to have the first question of the year?
Oh my, that is an enormous responsibility. I will certainly. I'm trying to think of a question here.
I will start us off.
Okay.
I will start us off. As Casarilla takes the ball. The nice thing about being on TV is I don't need to call every pitch, and we can, in this 9-run contest, talk to the 8 Ball. The question is, let me think about what I want to say first. Casarilla takes time. Oh, I got it. Is Chick-fil-A my dinner of choice tonight after the game? The 8 Ball says, straight out, yes. Which is terrible because I had it for lunch.
I was about to say, you're going to go 2 for 2 tonight.
Casarilla fouls back. Mark Kahn, our public address announcer, do you have a question? Is Nevada Cullen listening to the game tonight? Magic 8 Ball says, outlook good. Which means he's still awake past the midnight hour in Florida.
Who doesn't like some ballers after dark?
That's strike 2. It's poured in at 88 miles an hour from Jake Turk. Are there any questions? Please come in our YouTube chat and ask us your questions. Swing and a miss. Jake Turk has his first pro strikeout. And there's 1 out in the 8th. 89.
Yeah, how about elevating the fastball there and just not afraid to dial up the heat.
Well, one thing he did well in camp was really attack the zone. And if you're around the zone, even those pitches that are a little bit above the zone are going to look good to hit at. Is this Ibarra's? Is this Kalura's? It's got to be Ibarra's, and it is. It was not a ball that I would have wanted Kalura to try to catch.
Okay, I do have a question.
Let's go.
Because, you know, first couple days entering the season, you know, there's a lot. Haven't been sleeping so well.
You don't say, really?
Yeah. I think, you know, you understand. Will I be receiving a good night's rest tonight?
Will Gareth receive a good night's rest tonight?
And I really hope it's just one answer.
You may rely on it.
Hey, you know what? I will take it.
Becky Acosta wants to know, oh, Magic 8 Ball. What happened? Where's your question, Becky? There it is. Will the Ballers turn it around tomorrow? There's a strike. As I see it, yes. I didn't know that was an option on the Magic 8 Ball.
It's like the pause for effect. As I see it, I'm considering.
to center. That'll be a hit for Barry. A couple of singles in the inning off of Turk. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Joscar Feliciano. Ryan Martinez wants to know, oh, Magic 8-Ball, is Nick Klemp going to hit a 3rd home run tonight?
Oh, boy. I hope not.
Well, the Magic 8-Ball, I think it plays the hits. It's a front runner. It is certain, the 8-Ball says. I'm not one to argue with the 8-Ball, but let's hope that doesn't happen.
The 8-Ball tells all, right? Is what I'm discovering.
Just off the plate to Feliciano. Today, Feliciano is 0 for 2. He's hit into a double play, grounded out. He's been hit by a pitch. He's also walked. Takes his 5th plate appearance here. He's scored a run. Robert Sullivan in our chats. He wants to know, oh, great and mighty wise Magic 8-Ball. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Ah.
Reply hazy, try again. I think, Robert, it's letting you off the hook. It's not a very good question for the 8-Ball. That is a matter of opinion. The 8-Ball deals in facts, my friend.
Doesn't want to have conversations. Now, my question for you is, because I saw you got the original meal at Chick-fil-A for lunch. I mean, what would you get? Are you going another one? Or are you going spicy?
1 and 2. Turk sets. And that's outside. One of our audience members wants to know if the 8-Ball, ask the 8-Ball if I could be quiet while Turk is on the mound. And that is fair. It is his debut. I imagine he'll get a second inning of work. But this is his 1st inning. That is strike 3 called, and Turk strikes out 2. He completes a scoreless 1st professional frame, and we move on to what hopefully is a Magic bottom of the 8th. And if they get under the 8 runs, remember, the segment ends. So let's hope for that for Oakland. They trail 11-2 on Ballers TV.
First baseman, number 16, Gina Ibarra.
11-2, the Ballers trail. Jeter Ibarra lead things off against Grant Garza. Fires in a first pitch strike. Tyler Peterson and Gareth Kwok with you. This is a Magic 8th inning. Send in your questions to the 8-Ball on our YouTube chat. Ibarra fouls that away. Now, you did ask me, am I going to go regular or spicy? I had the regular for lunch. I suppose now that the 8-Ball has told me I need to eat Chick-fil-A, I'll go with the spicy.
Spicy. I like it just has a little heat, but it's not overpowering.
Now, there were a few questions in our chat as well, and we did not do a question segment. Of course, we are no longer on 860 AM The Answer. We had the question on the answer segment. But we will work that in after today's events. That is a 5th straight strikeout, by the way, for Grant Garza.
And that was a 71-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch.
I'm interested to see whether it is Timmons who got out of the jam with what you have to call a hold in the 5th, or Garza, who will get the win tonight on the scorer's decision. Is this going to stay in? Blythe, no play. It did stay in, but Blythe back in there. A walk for Noah Blythe in his first plate appearance as a professional baseball player. Flied to center and struck out the next 2. The 0-1. 1-1. We have a viewer from the Philippines. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have no idea what time it is there.
It's got to be the afternoon.
I was going to say maybe plus 16. I want to say Tokyo is about that. Maybe 4 hours behind. Is it about 5 o'clock there?
Well, it's funny because I remember I've been to the Philippines twice, and that time difference will really mess you up.
Popped up. This one could be more playable for Stone. It is.
It is 12:15 in Manila.
12:15, okay.
But I just remember going to the Philippines when I was little, and I could not stay up for all the family meals. Like, literally could not stay up. My parents would try to feed me ice cream to entice me to stay up. I'd eat the bowl of ice cream, and then I'd fall right back asleep.
2 outs left in our Magic 8th inning. We have 2 late entries. Robert Sullivan wants to know, oh, great and wise Magic 8 Ball, can I have a mulligan on my horrible first 8 ball question? And it says yes. Jaden Kalura with his second hit of the game. The lone member of the Ballers tonight with a multi-hit game.
Broke his bat in the process there too, but shows you the strength he's got to get that in the right center.
Home Runner wants to know, 8 Ball, should I take a personal day from work tomorrow? And it says cannot predict now. I think the 8 Ball is wondering whether that's to come to tomorrow's game. Strike 2, Allgaier. Home run for Jake. Also a walk. Joe wants to know, will Scrappy find true love this season?
Oh, my.
The 8 Ball says, as I see it, yes. Oh, my. Swing and a miss. There is a fun, is that the word I'm looking for? New elements to our ballpark this year for folks seeking true love. I'm going to cock one eyebrow up when I say that and kind of fun, maybe. Cheesy. There is a free agent section, as it is such named, down the left field line bleachers. Bench is painted pink. And I suppose if you're single, looking to mingle, head on over there for some Ballers baseball.
Well,
bring a hinge date, I don't know.
Based off that answer, he's going to be spending a lot of time in that section.
Allgaier down the right field line.
He might be hanging out there a lot this year.
A couple of new sections, and I think right away you can tell that field club area right behind home is one of the most unique views in this league. Allgaier hard and into the glove of Stone. Not tonight for Oakland. We head to the 9th. 11-2 Missoula.
Okay, Ballers fans, everyone has been asking me what the promo code is for 30% off your next Raimondi Game here for the Oakland Ballers. That's Bender, B-E-N-D-R. And I'm telling you that because the first 750 fans at tomorrow's game is going to walk away with this. First 750 fans get your Ballers chain, get blinged out, and you can go to the merch store and get the ring to match. So make sure you come tomorrow, be one of the first 750 fans. You get to this chain that I've been rocking all night long. And then 30% off promo code will also work for any Oakland Ballers games you want to go to in the future, especially this homestand. On Thursday, Too Short is going to be in the house. You're going to want to see Too Short. You're going to want to see Big Game's block party on Saturday. That is a 4 p.m. pitch tomorrow night and Thursday night 7 p.m. Make sure you get your tickets to this homestand and all the rest of your Oakland Ballers games. If you are a season ticket holder, can I hear ya? We got season ticket holders in the house. If you're a fan owner, can I hear ya? That's right, the Ballers are built by Oakland, built by you amazing fans. Keep coming back. Let's see your Ballers repeat defend their title.
Top of the 9th. On this opening night in the Pioneer League, it's 11-2 Paddleheads leading the Oakland Ballers. 3-game series for these two before the new look Long Beach Coast come in on the weekend. We'll talk more about it in our postgame show, but we'll see new Ballers right-hander Aiden Rissy tomorrow on a 6:35 start. Jake Turk throwing his second inning of work. A nice first professional inning. Allowed a couple of hits on weak contact. Struck out 2 and got a pop-up on the infield. Left field. Stone at the track. He'll put it away. Not anymore. Maybe in the first,
Yeah.
but not in the 9th.
And you give credit to Missoula, 16 hits tonight for a team that fell just short last season of reaching the finals, and I'm sure they have bigger expectations in mind.
Kazuski today has been almost perfect. Double, single, walk, RBI, fielder's choice, and strikeouts. So he's scored 3 runs and driven another in. 16 hits allowed by the Ballers to the Paddleheads tonight. Curveball didn't come back, 3-0. Jake Turk at the College of Marin had some pretty stellar numbers. It's a college, a JC that has produced a number of good minor league pitchers as Kazuski draws the walk. There's a pitcher by the name of Chris Allen who pitched in this league a few years ago. And played at College of Marin. In 2023, before Turk committed to Hawaii and then went to Cal State San Marcos, he had a 3 ERA in 78 innings and 109 strikeouts. Went 6-4 that year. Ground ball. Is this another one? It is. Another double play for the Ballers, and Jake Turk turns in 2 scoreless innings. We head to the 9th. 9 to tie, 10 to go home on Ballers TV.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Missoula, number 16, Luke Weschler.
Bottom of inning 9. Welcome back to Ballers TV. Tyler Peterson and Gareth Kwok. We'll see Luke Weschler, product of Cal Lutheran, 22 years old, the 25th man for the Missoula Paddleheads. He will get the 9th. And what a performance turned in today by Garza, though, who goes 3 scoreless innings.
Yeah, he was excellent, Tyler. 3 scoreless innings, 6 strikeouts, including 5 in a row at one point, and he allowed just 2 walks and a hit.
Weschler will face Leahy, McKenzie, and Stone, unless there's any late swings for any of the bench players.
And considering the short start from Brendan Beard, 4 2/3 from one of your returners, I mean, Michael Schleich has to be over the moon with the way his bullpen has performed thus far.
Leahy takes high and away. Maybe a little bit of a prove-it appearance for Weschler as a 25th man. Obviously made the team, so went through a whole spring training, but you're up 9, go get him. Leahy 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. It's a quick 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk to Leahy, who draws his 2nd walk. By the way, every game this year on Ballers TV and Ballers Radio, when we're on the road, we will have a Ava Energy electrifying play of the game. And for me today, I think that's the 5 double plays the Ballers have turned.
I would wholeheartedly agree. Gabe Tanner getting 3 of those double play balls in his start for tonight.
McKenzie takes a strike. Now I see on deck, Jaden Shepard has come out. A Pleasanton native. He may get an at-bat in the spot of Stone. One and one. A lefty on the hill tomorrow in Jaron Jackson. You may see the righty Shepard, who's got a ton of pop in the lineup for Oakland. It's inside, almost brushed the jersey of McKenzie. Whoa. 3-1.
Well, I think if you're Oakland, the one thing you can try to take into tomorrow, see if you can work Weschler and maybe burn another arm from Missoula as you head into the final 2 games of the series at the very least.
So you're saying get someone warming up in this inning. That's going to be sort of a mini win.
That would be a mini win, in my opinion.
Ballers should have 1 challenge left. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Yeah. For what it's worth in a 9-run game in the 9th. This is a ball hit out to center field, and Kazuski has had to do a lot of work tonight out there for the first out. 6 fly balls to center. Jaden Shepard makes his pro debut as a pinch hitter. Shepard out of CSU Monterey Bay, had some huge years there. First pitch is in the dirt. Won a job with Oakland this season. In that final year at Monterey Bay, he had 11 home runs and 10 doubles. Season before, 15 home runs, 12 doubles.
Yeah, he's a big body in that right-handed batter's box. 6'4", 234 pounds.
2-1. We want to see him swing the bat. We don't want to see him take a walk here either. Weschler's not throwing much harder than 90 right now. And that one passed Shepard at 90. That's some good movement on it. Easy take. We got some rogue fireworks behind center field right now. In celebration of what? I don't know.
Those are low.
They are low.
This guy.
Full count pitch is strike 3 called, and Shepard is gone. And I would say that's a pretty good pitch he just took. Now, he may not have heard Ricardo Rodriguez, which is why he walked away in that fashion. But Weschler picks up his first pro K. A lot of firsts tonight. It's opening day. A lot of new players. You'll get that. And out away now, which means Booney has, I would say, the backpack. It's more of a rucksack, lunch sack. Our scoreboard operator. 0-2 to Cobb. Ground ball. Yukamoto has it go off a buried trampoline. And the game will continue with Cobb's second hit.
There's bad hops in baseball, and then there was that. Trampoline is right.
Yeah, I always love me a buried trampoline like that. Isai is 0 for 3. So it's Cobb and Kalura with the multi-hit games today. Santos takes a strike. Leahy at second and Cobb at first. with Santos at the plate. It's full of 2025 ballers. We'll celebrate that team tomorrow on Ring Day at 6:35 with the ring necklace or the bling necklace. First 750 fans. So get there early. Get the tent out. Make it like PS5s at Best Buy.
Are they going to be camping overnight?
I may not recommend that, honestly. 3-1. Fouled away. As nice as it was today, it's going to get really chilly late tonight.
Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be fun to watch the reactions of guys like Tremaine Cobb, Gabe Tanner, Isai getting their rings tomorrow.
3-2, 2 outs. That's to left, but in the park. And this game is over. Ballers drop the home opener on opening night, 11-2. We'll come back with our Ballers postgame show and wrap things up here from Raimondi Park on Ballers TV.
Grab a bite to eat, grab a drink. Please note our parking gates close 30 minutes after the last pitch, so you'll want to prove your car before you go enjoy the amazing festival parties and all its offerings. Thank you, Aubrey.
We have lots of great giveaways coming up, a lot of great theme nights. Keep looking on that website, keep buying your ticket, keep coming back, Oakland. You know what? I know you're gonna come back. This is Oakland, baby. Oakland loves its sport. On behalf of my entire crew, my boss Casey, the gold shoot over here. In case you don't know who that is, yeah, that's pretty epic. On behalf of my entire crew, I want to say thank you again and one more time. Let's go, Oakland!
Welcome back to Ballers Baseball on Ballers TV. Tonight, the Ballers drop their home opener. I'm Tyler Peterson alongside Gareth Kwok. The final line score, 11 runs on 16 hits, no errors for Missoula, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors for the Oakland Ballers. The winning pitcher is Garza. He's 1-0. For Gabe Tanner, his first ever Pioneer League loss. He's now 0-1. Time of the game, 2 hours and 56 minutes in front of 4,135 fans, which is a new Raimondi record, a new sellout. Let's start with the positive first. Proposition Chicken, player of the game, a new sponsor, your player of the game.
Yeah, I think for me, it was Jeter Ibarra, just being able to see that power. We kind of talked about it at the beginning of the telecast, but for him to finally get an answer off Beard, who those first couple of innings just was dominant, just kind of slowing the tempo of these hitters down with his off speed, but got a good pitch middle in and was able to drive it to the left center field. So I think just to see that power was encouraging on a night where, yeah, it was tough. It was a tough go around.
Well, we didn't have a ton to cheer for tonight as Ballers fans. You got to have both home runs, so I'm taking 2 players of the game tonight. I'm taking both David Clark and Jake Turk as my players of the game. Jake Turk, 2 scoreless innings in his pro debut. David Clark, I thought, should have had 2 scoreless innings in his pro debut. If there was a play at the plate, maybe it would have been an out, maybe not. But if you're going to leave a first impression on your new teammates and your coaching staff. Those were two really good first impressions that those young players both made. So Turk and Clark are my players of the game. But what went wrong tonight, Gareth? Because I think we've watched this team for a week. We saw a rather lopsided loss in Modesto. You kind of write that off. Now it's opening day. You kind of see that some of the similar things again. Do you take too much away? Because we both watched a lot of baseball in our year.
Yeah, we have watched a lot of baseball. And, again, I don't think you overreact too much to a first game. But, yeah, I think Gabe would love to have this start back, certainly. I think he was pumped up for it. He was really, talking to us about it during spring training and was, I think, seemingly ready for the moment. And, it's tough when you have a sellout crowd, you coming off a historic season. And so there certainly, I think, was a little bit of a pressure. But, at the end of the day, you credit Missoula for what they were able to do with the bats. And just from at the very start. And a lot of the contact that they collected off of Gabe, it wasn't cheap contact. It was very hard contact. You can see
that's a dirty scorebook on the left
Tyler's
side.
scorecard there. And again, I think Gabe will take into this. I need to get into ahead of the hitters more. Try to get ahead, get into those 0-1 counts, those 0-2 counts, those 1-2 counts. It felt like he was falling behind 2-0, 2-1. So for Missoula, for a team that is coming off a very strong season offensively, they could kind of sit on some pitches and deliver some damage.
Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back, wrap up some scores from outside the league and Major League Baseball. This is the best we will dress all year. It's for opening day. Get a good look. You'll only see it again if we hit the playoffs. We'll take a break. We'll come back on Ballers TV. Finishing things up here from Raimondi on this Tuesday evening. Final score, Missoula 11, Oakland 2. Let's look at how things finished up around the league. Glacier, a 14-2 victory at Great Falls. The Mustangs held on after taking the lead late against Idaho Falls. They win 11-8. A lot of high-scoring games today, including double-digit wins. In Yuba, the Long Beach Coast, their first win as a franchise, a 10-6 win over the newly branded Yuba Sutter Freebirds, two teams that we'll see an awful lot this season. The Boise Hawks with a 9-4 victory on their home opener. They beat the Ogden Raptors. And in Modesto, they are currently playing in the top of inning 8. It is Roadsters 8 and Mobiles nothing. That's your Pioneer League scoreboard for May the 19th.
And here's our out-of-town scoreboard across Major League Baseball. And we'll begin with the Athletics, who are down in Anaheim, taking on the Angels. And that game has gone final, 14-6 win for the A's, who are now back to 500, 24-24.
Did you see at all how yesterday's game ended?
I did see. Do we want to?
That was brutal, and we'll move on.
Yeah, I was about to say we can move on from that. admirable performance from JT Ginn, though. Giants fall to the D-backs 5-3 down at Chase Field. Dodgers take down the Padres 5-4 at Petco. White Sox edge the Mariners 2-1 up at Safeco. Rangers shut out the Rockies 10-0. Cardinals walk it off against Pittsburgh 9-6. Milwaukee winners over Chicago 5-2. Red Sox win 7-1 over Kansas City. Astros 2-1 winners over the Twins. Yankees hold off the Blue Jays 5-4 in the Bronx. Nationals get a 9-6 win over the Mets. Phillies and Reds. Reds get the 4-1 win from Citizens Bank Park. Rays, with a couple late runs, pull ahead of the Orioles 4-1. Guardians defeat the Tigers 4-3. And the Braves are 8-4 winners over Miami.
Well, that's it from us at Raimondi Park. Gareth, 1 down and 95 to go.
That's right. 1 down, 95 to go. But we appreciate those tuning in on opening night, and hope they will be back in for ring night tomorrow.
So I hope you've all enjoyed this presentation of Ballers TV, which was tonight brought to you by LJ Cruz Plumbing Company. Made this dual Ballers TV broadcast available on YouTube. The final score, one more time. The Ballers with an 11-2 loss to Missoula. I'd like to thank Gareth Kwok. Any final thoughts on tonight?
Yeah, no, just I think, again, don't want to read too much into one game, but a very impressive performance from Missoula, and you can expect Oakland to, I'm sure, bounce back and take things in stride heading into tomorrow. It should be a fun one to see. Aiden Rizzi on the mound. The former San Francisco Don will be back in the Bay and hoping to even up the series a game apiece.
They'll face off against Jaron Jackson, who played in the American Association last year, the 25-year-old left-hander. So good to see Rissy on the hill. Tune in tomorrow. We'll look about 6:15 broadcast start time on HTN or on our audio stream, which will be a simulcast of the TV stream on HTN. So join us then. The next YouTube video comma game, is Friday. And you can join us again on Ballers TV. That game will be brought to you by Ashby Lumber. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank Ari, who's been working with us all night in Argentina. Hasta mañana, my good friend. Thank you so much for your work tonight. I'm Tyler Peterson saying good night from Raimondi Park and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening.